Hello there, and welcome to the Juhadre podcast in association with Rated R Esports.
Where who the hell knows where this conversation is going to take us?
Well, let's find out.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Juhadre. Here we are recording from Anaheim, California.
Yeah, it's really good.
And if you're curious, with us today is Sparks.
Hey! Sparks, you're the...
I'm the general manager of Rated R Esports.
Yes, he is. And it's good to have you here today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's good to be here.
So before we get going, just quick announcements real quick. That was redundant. You may notice that today is Saturday late or Sunday as opposed to Friday.
Yes.
That's my bad.
We had a lot going on with the Anaheim DreamHack convention, so we decided to do it after the busiest day.
Yeah, the busiest day actually got to me pretty bad. I had a headache, and you'll hear a story later on that impacted me even more, just on a mental and emotional level.
Yes.
So we are late. Sorry. Next announcement: the League of Legends team won their game today. Woo! The other team forfeit, and that is the end of the Focus Championship Series for the League of Legends team. And we are moving into an off season. So expect to see later on updates about that and what league we'll be joining. But as of now, we're in an off season and not doing any further games.
Awesome.
I think that's it for announcements. This is actually brought to you by seismic Clothing Company.
Yes. Go to seismic.com. Pick out
It's
your
actually
merch.
.co.
Oh,
seismicclothing.co.
My apologies. .co. Look up all their merch. Customize it, and don't forget to use code Juhadre. Jupodre. No spaces, no dashes. Do you get 15% off? And again, all those proceeds go to us so that we can put it back into the podcast and make it better and improvements and grow.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, DreamHack Anaheim. Sparks, we have you on the show. How long have you been involved with Rated R?
Oh, just a little over a year.
Okay.
I think I joined January 5th of 2018.
Okay.
It's a long time. And have you been the general manager the whole time? No.
Started off as social media manager, then I moved into the content manager, and then I moved into the general manager.
So you've been really involved from the very beginning.
Yes.
Okay. And so what does a general manager do?
Or what do you do? As a general
right.
manager?
Do a little bit of everything. I oversee technically all the teams. I am overseeing heavily the content team because we don't have a content director, which we are looking for. So tweet me at Sparks RRE and let me know.
Please. We have a studio audience as well because we're recording directly in our Airbnb, so we have a couple other guests we will be bringing on throughout our segments. Sorry for that interruption.
And I advise the owners on my different things, my thoughts on things. And I put together the spreadsheets. I keep track of everything.
So you do the paperwork.
I keep people in line.
Yeah, they do. He actually had to keep me in line.
Oh yeah,
this
you
weekend
were
already.
fired for
I was
an hour.
fired for 2 hours yesterday.
2 hours
yesterday. I got fired.
Yeah.
He assaulted me. So.
I do remember. You got stabbed with a sword?
Yeah, it was
then he like threw it at me. So
Is that how you got the second hour?
yeah.
Should I go get it? I have it in the next room.
No, we don't do that.
fine.
But we do have another tale.
Oh
to
my
tell.
gosh! You did it.
Of course I did it. I've been
Wow!
trying to do it
Is
the
this
whole
bringing
time.
back haunting memories for you?
No.
No.
So
I don't know why you kept that.
why? Because it's awesome. Look at this.
Okay, so the story tale.
Yeah. So Sparks, why don't you start this out?
Now you're rubbing off on puns.
So start us off here. know why I kept it. Why is it significant that it's even here?
Well, we were at DreamHack.
Yes.
We were doing interviews for the Fortnite team.
Mm-hmm.
And I was standing in the background. And there was this guy. I don't know what he was. I don't remember what it was.
He was a demon from Diablo.
Diablo 2.
Yeah, it was Diablo 2.
Graveyard digger. I don't know what they said. Anyways, he was very creepy. And his outfit didn't really make sense to me. But anyways, he kept following me around. And every time I moved, he would like scoot closer to me.
I was there. His piercing gaze as he was watching. He would lean up against the rail, Sparks would move, and just look at Sparks' face like, and then he'd get closer to him, Sparks would move, and then the looks again, and he finally left.
It was very creepy, and he was creepy looking, and
He did look like a demon.
He did. He really did.
yeah, so this is found his tail.
Juhadre?
Juhadre.
It's okay.
Anyways, so he was sitting down at the end of our row, and I guess it fell off because he was in the contest, the cosplay contest, and Juhadre found it and tried to give it to me. And I told him no. And so he decided to keep it as a momentum.
I want to call it a trophy.
And then
Demon Slayer.
And then he complained about how it was made. So
Oh my gosh, yeah, check this out, everybody. Okay, so I'm a very particular person. We all know this. This is where, the way you wear this tail is this way. Yeah, like that. Right? You want the clip on the top. Yeah, thank you, Alvatross, for
I'm waiting for the twerking to start happening.
I can't, I can try. Anyway,
No.
if that's the case, why do you have the tag on the top? First of all, it should have been cut off if you're using it for professional cosplay like you would at DreamHack. But then why is the seam on the outside part? You would want that underneath so it's not showing as much. Am I right?
That's what I was
but
saying.
he
yes.
was all kinds of messed up.
He really, honestly, he was. He was very disheveled.
Wasn't one of the cosplayers of how well his seams were, and they weren't like all poking out.
That's what I'm
So
saying. Yeah,
it
so you
complimented
may
on
not
that.
hear you may not hear one of our guests in the background, but the judges talked about another cosplayer's seams, like he made his whole.
Oh yeah, it was the first guy up there. He
Yeah.
was one of the generals from
Halo.
From Halo.
Yeah.
And that was the first time he's actually ever done any sewing.
Whoa. It's the
No,
first costume
no.
he made.
He's a fashion costume designer.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that was the first one he did for himself, is what he did.
Yeah.
And they were really impressed on how good it looked, and it did. It looked really good.
Yeah, and then you get this here, and it's actual garbage. So
Dollar store quality.
probably.
Yes.
And I think the clasp is even done wrong because it's just back. The whole thing is backward. But
Full of criticism.
indeed.
Yes.
Juhadre. Juhadre failed him on that alone.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I didn't get fired for that one though. I think you warmed up to me a little bit after the first day.
Yeah. I didn't think he still had it, but he hit it. He hit it in his back.
Yeah, I put it so when the guy went up, he was part of the competition for the cosplay competition. When he got up there, I did a little of this dancing, but I didn't know if he saw or not, so I wanted to
He
make sure.
did drop all of his stuff.
Dude, he had 2 guns and a scepter and a chainsaw.
and he had the knife that pops out of your.
He lost his crown. Fell
Yeah,
off.
it fell off at least twice.
He was
the poor
decrowned.
guy.
Yes.
The poor
It was
guy.
a mess.
And so anyway, if he did see me, I didn't want him to come and say, "Hey, you have my tail." So I shoved it in my bag real quick after taunting him. And then that's on me. I'm a bad person. I understand that. But let's be fair, he was a demon. So
a
we're-
creepy
You're gonna troll and
mess up.
and so other than that, Sparks, what else have you felt about DreamHack here and being a part of Rated R?
DreamHack was a fun experience. Definitely a lot smaller than TwitchCon was.
Okay.
So it was not as nerve-wracking coming from a small town such as me. going to an event that had 3 times the people that my town does.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
But yeah, it was a good experience. I got to meet the Radar people. Torch, didn't show up, but
Rest
next time.
You know,
We love you, Torch.
I can't say that I've never met you.
Come on.
Love you, Torch.
But
It's one thing talking to them over Discord or anything, but it's different seeing them in person.
Makes a big difference when you can actually put a name to a face.
yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
But yeah, it's been an experience.
Good.
Just Radar's been an experience too.
Been really good. So when
Just kind of guessing as I go.
I think that's what we're all doing. Let's be honest here. None of us are like actual professionals in what we do, right?
You got to start somewhere.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I will say that as the manager of the League of Legends team, I have been very happy and pleased with the work that you've been doing as general manager and our interactions. I have never had anything go wrong or sour in any interaction I've had with you.
You haven't made me mad.
You fired him for 2 hours!
I wasn't mad.
Wait, you got fired for 2 hours and that wasn't. I don't want to see you mad.
Neither do I. You'll get 3 hours.
Okay,
Then.
I'll go 3 hours.
Yes.
It was 2 separate 1 hour increments. They just happened to overlap for about 5 minutes.
Well,
So I know that you are heavily involved in Rated R. What can people expect in the near future without like giving away things that they shouldn't know? Is Rated R continuing to expand? Will we be at more conventions?
I think so. We're looking to get involved in some other games. We're looking into CS:GO, Halo. Continue to have presence in Brawlhalla. We have 4 of the top 32 players.
They played in the tournament today. All of them finished top 32. Double Dime finished 13th.
All right.
Out of a lot of people.
Studio audience says all 4 Brawlhalla players ended top 32, and Mr. Double Dime will shout out for that. Placed 13th out of, what was the exact quote?
A whole bunch of people.
A whole bunch of people.
yes.
1,500.
Oh, 1,500.
Wow.
We just got word.
Yeah. Look it up.
That's impressive.
You got a tongue in the earpiece.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're continuing to expand. We're looking to put more content out, get our name out there, and our streamers and our professional players. We're looking to improve our Halo team. Looking for a Halo manager, so at me at SparksRE now.
Now.
Right now.
Right now.
Right now.
We are looking to always add to our Fortnite players. What other teams? We've shied away from the Call of Duty scene. What else? We did have a Halo team and 2 Fortnite players at DreamHack this weekend. Our Halo team didn't do as well as we wanted, but there's room for improvement.
They had 3 subs. There was only 1 player that was actually on the team.
I didn't know that.
That's why I didn't know any of
Yeah,
them.
that's
So,
That explained it.
so with Halo, you have a 4-player team, and we were just told that 3 playing today or yesterday were substitutes, and that actually accounts for.
You know, I did watch the games. They were still doing really well.
And you know what? When we did speak with the one player, he said that I'm pretty sure these 3 subs are actually just new additions to the team, and if they continue to work, then they'll definitely be able to place a lot
I
higher.
was watching them play. They were communicating very well. They were doing well. The other team just had a better. I mean, that's going to happen when you get 3 new subs. There's 4 players on the team, and you don't really have time to practice. and just cooperate with each other.
The lack of trust, I would think.
That and just lack of, okay, you're obviously better at this position or this position. Practice makes it.
There you go.
But there was a lot of talent for the Halo. I watched Unlimited, I think. Yeah, it was confusing because it was Unlimited Domestic versus Unlimited International, which North America's team won, so that's always... But, yeah, so there's room for improvement. We had 2 Fortnite players, Bots and Marco.
Marco was 20 points out of making it into the next round,
Yes.
which is tiny.
So
room for improvement.
Well, he also
Room
got
for-
shafted on that first game since he was supposed to play at
oh my gosh,
7,
yeah.
and he arrives at 3:50, 3 hours early, only to be told, "Hey, you're playing at 4."
It's messed up, man.
That was no time to get all warmed up. But he said he still did pretty good on that first game.
Right, because he made it out of that round and was 20 points short, which is minuscule, we're told.
Yeah, and he
going
said
to
that
the
you
next
get
round.
about 5 points per kill, plus,
Every placement from 50. With a 50, you get a point. So, I mean,
yeah.
where you place, you could literally make up that 20 points.
So he was really close.
But it's his first tournament.
Oh yeah, this is his first convention as well. He was
So
very
good
impressive.
experience. Good experience for him. Good experience to build on.
Yeah.
So we're looking to see improvement there.
Well, Sparks, thank you very much for being on here with us and talking. Don't forget to follow him at SparksRRE. That's rated R Esports.
Yes.
At him to be Halo Manager and any other questions you have rated R related. But now, on a slightly more sour note, I think we move into our What the F segment.
Oh boy, do we.
Oh boy.
And welcome back. We now have switched out. We now have one of the co-owners, Prodin, with us, joining us here.
Wait. There we go. It's good to have you back on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I watch you guys, I guess watch now, that's appropriate, right?
Yeah.
Now that we're
Yes,
on the
yeah,
show.
we have actually a video now.
When I watch you guys and listen, I talk to the podcast, I'm not on it. And I realize you
Well, now you can talk
guys.
to us. Now you can talk to us.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, we have our new, not new, but our favorite segment, What the F? Oh, I've been waiting for this
So
much.
Let's check in on our vote from last week.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Let's pull that out.
I voted.
You voted? Yes, one of our 4
He's
votes.
so excited.
One of our 4.
I voted.
Good. I will say this. I am 100. This isn't my story, but I'm 100% disappointed with the internet situation at the convention center
Yeah.
because the Wi-Fi provided wasn't very good.
Makes sense too with some of it.
Yeah, and so I was just on my regular data, and I had a marvelous video, like actually marvelous. It was amazing. I'll get some of the side
filmed it.
videos. We got a couple from the sides that I'll get posted up.
Sparks got it up.
But the main one
Yes.
didn't make it, and I'm so mad because Twitter didn't save it anywhere.
Which is funny because whenever I do a video off of Twitter, it automatically saves to my phone.
Right.
It might be
so
because it finished uploading.
that I don't know the answer, but
I don't
it's
know.
in the ether now and doesn't exist, and it's really unfortunate. But
Anyway,
here we go.
so season 2, episode 7 of Juhadre, we had 3 What the Fs. You had Happy Birthday.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck my little brother so much. And okay, so number 2 was airport shenanigans.
Yes.
And number 3 is workplace robbery times 4.
That was so funny.
Okay, so the results were 20% to 80% and 0%.
Okay.
So airport shenanigans got 20% of the votes. Workplace robbery times 4 was 80%.
Yeah. So Bleen got that one.
Yeah. So there you have it. Workplace robbery. What the F?
What the F indeed.
Come on. You're going to go rob a place 4 times and you're going to leave the new drills.
I remember telling that to my wife when we were on our bus landing here.
Yeah.
And the whole time she's just like, what?
It's just a stupid sort of. What's going on here?
Did you do the same thing when you were watching? Did you
He didn't
squint in your eye?
listen to that episode yet.
Oh.
Shush! I'm telling you.
Oh no, you're getting thrown under that bus.
I voted.
Probably the one vote for
Yeah.
for the
No, I know.
He said he did vote for the most
because I saw workplace robbery. I'm like 4 times. No.
So
anyways, anyway.
Which one of us wants to go first then? Proden, should we let you go first or do you want to commentate on our stories?
Does Blaine have one too?
Bleen usually has one.
Let's go Blaine, Albatross, me, and you.
Okay. Let's do it.
Just because yours
really
made me
angry
see
too.
last.
Okay. Anyways, okay, Bleen.
Okay, so I'm gonna get in the shot a little bit. Let me adjust this.
Oh wait, let's make some space.
No, you need to be over there. I'm gonna be over here.
Okay.
So
Snuggle up, buddy.
today, during the whole scene where they were showing all the costumes, the competition, there's this guy sitting next to me.
Wait, is this the same guy as Sparks?
No, different guy. He was getting up to take pictures and sitting back down, right? Well, what he didn't realize when he sat down once is, his seat was right here. I was sitting right here. Well, instead of just sitting down, he kind of like half sat down and went like this to he didn't sit that on me, but his butt was hovering right over my leg. And I'm just like,
Should have slapped and said, hey
I
there,
kind
big
of
boy.
cuddled up with Juhadre right there. So I was like, what the F, man? What the F?
You should have put the tail on him. That's what should have happened.
Oh, man. Awesome. Okay, so there you have it.
That's number 1.
It's
Butt
my
stuff. It's my seat.
It's my
my
Oh, man, I was going to say butt stuff.
That works too.
Okay, so on the first day that we went to the convention, there was no available parking because
Yes.
we had to park in Disney parking.
Mm-hmm.
It was ridiculous. So guys, we had already parked and we were coming back out as we were walking, and this lady in this really nice Mercedes tried to turn out of her lane, but the problem is so you've got lane, and then her. So she's on the very left.
Okay.
And then there's cones all along where she's at, and she's trying to turn, and I'm like, what are you doing? You're not gonna make a U-turn right there. There's cones blocking you, security stopping you, and you've got every other car to your right. What are you gonna do? So she starts turning left, and we're giving her like these, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
What the F? And the look she gives me back, like, don't look at me. I know I'm being stupid right now. Don't look at me. I don't need you. Like just the look on her face of people are looking at me and I'm doing something stupid. I'm gonna don't look at me. And she had to get
blame on you. Like this is your fault.
I know.
That's right, you were in the car.
No, we were walking.
That's true.
We'd already parked, and she was in there. The only way she was going to get out of that line is if she went through the
And on the sidewalk.
No, she had to go through the cones first. The security had set up.
And then she would,
Oh
she would
my
have
God.
gone.
Yeah, and then she went on the sidewalk, destroyed the Mercedes. But she was going to. She only got like a foot to the left before she couldn't go anywhere else. So she had to get back in line. I'm pretty sure like the people behind her was like, "What are you doing? There's nowhere for you to go. You have already gotten in line, knowing that there was going to be a line." You're so impatient, you're going to try and make a U-turn in the middle, you can't get out.
She was like 3 cars from getting through.
Yeah, she was 3 cars from where you pay and then go park.
And it was blatantly obvious you could not turn there. Like there was no way
No.
to make the turn. It was blatantly obvious, and
No.
she was like,
It wasn't like you could run over the cone and then, okay, there's just like a little
You said there
driveway.
was sidewalk right there.
yeah.
Deliberately sidewalk.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it was the worst part was the look. That it was like, this is
look
your
at
fault. Don't look at me.
You can't look at people, Albatross.
I'm a people watcher. I can't help it.
All right.
But you know what? If I remember correctly, she was hot enough to be that stupid. I don't actually remember.
It's just a fun thing to say.
I just remember the Mercedes and just the look on her face. But anyways, that was mine. So
That's your fault.
Yeah.
Apparently it was my fault.
I was like, she looked at you like you caused that problem.
All right, Proden, what do you have here for us?
Okay, so we have to use Twitter, right?
That is
We
true.
don't have to, but we choose to.
Well, that helps. So
Yes.
I'm in the middle of talking to someone about possible sponsorships at this thing. So I'm really excited because they were like, hey, are you looking for sponsors? And I'm like, hell yes, we are.
That's a stupid question.
They're like,
Yes.
"Oh, sweet. Let us get you on Twitter, then we can message you." And I'm like, oh, sweet. So I tell him how to find our Twitter, and he's like, well, it's not coming up. I'm like, what do you mean it's not coming up? Like, let me type it in. I type it in. It's not coming up. I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I got on my phone, start typing it up because I followed it, so it actually like shows my list of stuff. So I pull it up and I hit it, and it pulls up, but there's no followers, and we're not following anybody. I'm like, and I'm not following my own order. I'm like, what? So I push follow, and it says this account doesn't exist. I'm like, what? So I refresh the page, and everything goes blank, and it says it's suspended. And I'm like, what?
I remember being there.
What the is going
Yeah,
on?
what the
F? So I'm like messaging people, and Sparks is getting involved. He's trying to figure out what the heck's going on, and there's no information about what happened. Why are we suspended?
Yeah,
There's
it's
nothing.
funny. We've seen all the videos that were posted up on there in post. There's nothing. There's
That
nothing
morning,
on there.
That morning when Sparks and Seismic Splash got to the convention, they tweeted and said, we're at DreamHack, and added everybody.
Yeah.
And then, 5 hours later, it's just not there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody got it. It was the lady from the car. She was that bitch.
It was your fault.
Fuck.
Yeah, so, and the best thing is, Sparks has sent them a message saying, hey, we refute this, and they've not got back to him in over 24 hours now. Like,
It has been a long.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we just don't have an account, who cares if people want to fuck? So that's my what the F. 'cause
What
I'm
the
like,
F,
that's
Twitter?
what's going on.
What the F?
Freaking lucky, man.
Yeah. So, but that doesn't make me as unhappy as you with the F.
Yeah, let's move on.
So my story here, you all know I manage a League of Legends team, and at the beginning of season 2, we had this unfortunate problem. Mass exodus is a very good way of putting it, where the team just up and left. So ever since then, I've been putting together a team over the last 6 weeks. We got 4 out of our 5 players. We're finally solid. We only have one more game in our series, right? That was going to be played today. That one was forfeit. So while I'm at the convention...
Now remember, all these players are already under the impression, like of last time, that they need to take this seriously. The schedule's out there. Everything's been put out there for everybody to know.
We talked about the document I wrote up. I took a whole day to put it, to write it all up, and you proofread it.
It looked good.
It looked good. And so I'm at the convention. I know I'm not going to be able to cast the game. I know I'm not going to be able to help with the scrim Friday night. And first of all, one of our substitute players who was supposed to be trying out decided to tell me the afternoon of, no, I'd rather play for my high school team. I'm like, okay, but you committed to play with us.
Fucking high schoolers.
Yeah, so we only had 4 out of 5 people. So I knew that the other team had forfeit because they did like 2-3 weeks ago. They just kind of gave up because they knew they weren't going to make playoffs, which don't do that. Play your games. Give your team the experience.
Just do
my
it.
opinion.
Just
I
go
think
do
so.
it.
But anyway, so I got on with the team. I messaged them. I said, hey guys, let's still meet Friday night so that we can go over, our plan because we're in an off season. Let's find our top laner. Let's get everything up and ready to go. Still set a schedule for scrims so that come summer season, we're even better.
And trying to work towards a pro team.
Right. That's the goal. That's what everybody has as the goal. So I say, let's do that. I get on, and right as...
This is Friday night.
Yeah,
now we're back to
Friday night. And right before I start talking, we have everybody in there, and one of the players says, hey, can this other player and I talk to you for a second? So, okay. So we drop down to another voice thing, and he says, I don't want to play for Rated R anymore. And I'm like, okay, luckily we're in the off season. I'm sorry? He said it wasn't as fun as he was hoping and it wasn't what he was expecting. I said, well, I know that, playing a lot of scrims and not being able to play our tournament games and losing those isn't very fun. I understand that. I can respect that outlook on it. And it's a bummer this wasn't what you were expecting because it was his first time on a team.
I don't understand that. When I was on the team, I lived to play the scrims and the games. Like I was like, let's do this. Let's practice.
Right.
We practice all day. Let's go.
That's what you do to get me.
Exactly. So anyway, that's one. But then the other player is like, yeah, and me too. And I was like, okay. And his reasoning was that
Here we go.
this is the big part for me, and I'm trying really hard to keep names and positions out because I don't want. I am upset.
I think it's very appropriate.
I think it's appropriate and professional, but the overarching thing, Proton and I have already talked about. He sent a tweet out about it and everything, but then the next player said that he felt that other players weren't friends material. They were just teammates, and that wasn't the environment he was looking for. And in my mind, I'm just like, that's not what you signed up for.
That doesn't make sense. You're not there to be friends. You're there to build a team that's going to do something in a professional sense, not a friendly team battle.
Well, and I think that's been the problem for most of our players in the past, and why we've gone through so many rosters is no one seems to grasp the concept that this is not getting together with buddies and playing a game. This is real.
This is real life.
Exactly. It's an org, not a team.
It's the same as getting a job. You don't
That's
get to
what I'm
pick
saying.
everybody you work with.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a lot of the reason why they say we're not going to hire friends.
Yeah, I like what I said to Juhadre. I'm like, you don't have to be friends. You have to be friendly.
Friendly.
All you have to be is friendly.
There's a big.
You don't have to go out and eat dinner afterwards. It's cool. It's cool if you do. It's cool if you're gonna go out and have fun afterwards. But you just need to be friendly and learn to work together. You don't have to create a lifelong relationship.
No, not at all. And so my what the F is not committing to something you blatantly committed to do and just kind of dropping it. Luckily, it was in the off season. It doesn't affect the overall, but now we have to look for 2 more players.
Which is difficult because
It really has been.
Hopefully.
it's not very motivating.
It's demoralizing in a way I cannot describe to you because the only consistent thing through all of the iterations of the League of Legends team
Quitting.
is this guy. I am the only one who has been around for every single one, minus when you first started the team before I became the manager. But you know what? That set of 5 made it through a whole tournament.
We made it through 2 tournaments.
Hey, there you go. That's what I'm saying. And it just I am the only thing that anyway, it is demoralizing. It's a bummer. So commit to your stuff, guys, and stay committed
To the commitment.
and understand what you're getting into. When you sign up for a team or an org, it's not to hang out with your buddies. It's to play and grow. Anyway, that's my what the F.
Well, there you have it. What the F.
Welcome back, everybody. And with us is Seismic Splash.
Yes, she is one of Rated R's streamers. And
Yep.
so what exactly do you stream?
Fortnite and Call of Duty mainly.
Okay.
So, variety streamer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like it. What made you settle on those games?
I love shooter games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shooting stuff.
Yeah,
It's
pretty
great.
much.
And so,
Yes.
actually, this is a really good point of talking because you talked about Fortnite
Yeah.
and Call of Duty. We watched a lot of CS:GO today. Overwatch is another first-person shooter.
You ever tried CS:GO yet?
I haven't, but I have played Overwatch a lot.
So,
Overwatch is really popular.
what makes them so different from each other? Because isn't it all just shooting people?
For the most part, but Overwatch, I was the healer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You're not really shooting people in that one, though. You're healing them.
Yeah. And boosting them so they can kill people.
Okay, that is true. I mean, I always did like playing the healer in TF2, so Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
Because you could Uber and then you just go in and just dominate everything.
Okay.
Because you're unstoppable at that point.
So then, what made you make the change from healing in Overwatch to playing Fortnite and Call of Duty, which don't have healers?
I like being able to get into the game and actually shoot and run around instead of standing behind people and just waving my little wand to heal. That's what I did.
Here you go. Here's your wand.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she pulled out the
That's
tail.
what I did too. Heal
I love
those
this
healers.
tail.
Dude.
I'm gonna bring it back in another episode, but we're gonna get rid of it for now.
So which do you prefer, Call of Duty or Fortnite?
Fortnite.
Why Fortnite over Call of Duty?
Honestly, it's more colorful.
Oh.
Literally.
I accept that answer. I really do.
Well, it is. I mean, I've played. Okay, I haven't played Fortnite, but seeing it played today, it is very much more colorful.
Yes.
But those are two totally different shooter games.
Yeah.
So
then, what are the aspects of shooter games that kind of differentiate them? Because there has to be a difference other than just running forward and shooting people. Like, what are the other differences that draw you other than colors to Call of Duty specifically and to Fortnite?
I think for Fortnite, you can do more than just shoot. You can get max, you can build, and that's a lot of the game, but I can't build a wall to save my life.
Well, it's funny because that will save your life.
well,
That's true.
it's funny because earlier when Sparks was telling us about her playing Fortnite, did you say that the other people that you play with usually just throw you off the edge?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not cool.
I died, and my teammate looked at the cliff, and threw me not only off of the cliff, but into the storm.
Well, that's even worse. They threw you into the storm.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everyone from now is familiar with the way Fortnite works, but all of these battle royale games, the map shrinks
As the players,
Exactly.
so you start with 100 players.
Yep.
And as each player dies, the map shrinks.
and it's also on timers just to force people into the same
The same-
area.
Yeah.
Well, you've got 100 players on a giant map, and you're down to like 5. It's hard to see. So getting smaller.
Yeah. And in Fortnite specifically, what you're doing, going back to the original RPG, it's a zombie apocalypse storm. And when the storm came, it brought the zombies.
Yes.
And so that's what the map is shrinking. It's not like ground falling away, but
No, it's
storm.
actually like this ring that gets smaller.
Yeah, it could as the storm approaches the center of the city and it deals damage to you.
Yep.
And so you have to stay inside, otherwise you will just naturally die in the storm.
Exactly.
So he threw your corpse off the cliff into this.
Yep. And he could have revived me.
But
She wasn't completely dead yet.
you weren't dead yet, and they still threw you in.
Yeah, like you can revive people, and there was 3 left: me, my teammate, and then this other person. And I died, and I'm looking at this person, and they're just looking at me, and I'm like, they're not going to heal me.
Did you do anything to get revenge?
I watched. I
For
watched
revenge?
from down below.
I watched.
Like I literally just looked up the whole time with my dead body, and then I went to their camera and they lost.
But I mean, like when you get the next game, did you get revenge the next game?
I don't think on that person, but I took it out on a lot of other people.
Fuck you! Fuck
Yeah.
you! He threw me off a cliff. You're dead.
I didn't know you could revive in.
Yeah, if
in
you're in
Fortnite.
squads or duos.
Most
Very
games
good.
have a system where if you get teams, you can revive. They have the same thing in Call of Duty too, right? Only where you can heal your other players.
I think if it's in Battle Royale.
It's been a long time since I've actually played Call of Duty.
I don't think I ever have.
We mostly played Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah,
So are you PC or console?
console.
Which console?
PS4.
Oh.
Also,
That's
That
what
was
the
on
other
my-
teammates said in my other game.
Well, okay,
Hey now,
I
we don't
like-
discriminate consoles here.
we don't
Hey,
discriminate.
that's a new voice.
That is a new voice.
I play on PS4.
Well, what is wrong with okay? There's nothing
New voice
wrong
has
with
a
PS4.
face. New voice
Welcome,
has a
Shauna.
face. Shauna is videographer for most of Rated R's
Yes.
convention content. So thank you for stopping by, Shauna.
You're welcome.
Anyways, so
Faceless.
why PS4 over Xbox then? It's always like the big question. Why PS4 when you have Xbox? I know why I chose it. Why did you choose it?
When I was little, I got a PS2 for Christmas. And I kind of just went on from there, and I never played Xbox.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, growing up, we had Nintendo, and then my grandma got PlayStation, so we went PlayStation.
Yeah.
But then I liked, in high school, we'd always come home and play Smash Bros. Melee. So I went back to Nintendo, and then I just discovered the Xbox with Halo, so I went Xbox.
There you go.
I personally, in my opinion, I think the paddle for Xbox is way better because it's fatter. I actually like being able to grip it. Now, the PS4 did widen it, which was better.
Yeah.
But I still think it's naturally more comfortable for the Xbox.
Yeah.
I can see it. So then, Seismic Splash, I have 2 follow-ups for you. What got you into competitive gaming?
That's a good one.
Oh gosh. I seen my friend playing it one day, and
Okay.
he said he could go to tournaments and make money, but I really didn't want to do the tournament part, so I figured I'd try streaming and make YouTube videos, and that's kind of where it all started.
Okay.
And how long have you been doing this?
I've been playing video games in general since I was 7,
Okay. And then when did you get into the streaming?
about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Okay. So then, how did you get involved with Rated R? That's my second question.
I actually was on Twitter because I was watching like the team for a while, and all I put on Twitter is like I really like to be a content creator. And then Torchy reached out to me, and then it kind of went from there.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I like it.
Yeah.
So just browsing around, how did you hear about Rated R? You said you were following the team for a while.
Yeah, I followed a few people that played the games and streamed, and I'm like, well, this is kind of cool. And I liked how this org worked because I've seen other ones that told me I could join, but they didn't really care about their people.
Mhm.
And I noticed that Torch and everybody cares about each other, and they'll help you grow.
You really do get that feeling with Torchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still haven't met the guy.
Yeah.
You're going to hold that over him until
Yes,
forever.
I am.
Forever.
Yes.
He was supposed to make it here, but last minute things in his personal life and professional life have taken him away from this particular trip.
So we do understand that. So today we have the convention,
Mm-hmm.
and you did go.
Yep.
So how did you like the convention? Was this your first convention you went to?
I went to TwitchCon in
Okay.
September.
Okay. So how did you like DreamHack versus TwitchCon?
DreamHack, there was a lot less people
Okay.
than TwitchCon, but with DreamHack, you could actually see different games being played.
Mm-hmm.
TwitchCon, there wasn't really much of that, actually.
So was it more just channels or what
yeah,
was it
kind
there?
of, yeah. Like, it was just Twitch streamers. They didn't really have, like, contests. You just see them stream.
Oh, because like a
Okay.
DreamHack, you had all the different booths that said, "Hey, try this new
Yeah,
game.
exactly.
Try this new game."
And TwitchCon had none of that.
Okay, because we had the streamers over at DreamHack, but we also had the other side. I did, yeah,
Yeah,
I like
and
that
then,
as well.
then it moves on into other conventions like Salt Lake Gaming Con had almost no game demos, but had a BYOC, bring your own computer, and actual tournament. And then when you go into like Comic Cons and FanX, it doesn't have a lot of games at all. It's
No.
more like
Well, that's
dice
more
rolling
meet
and
and
cards.
greet stuff
Exactly.
too.
And so it's fascinating to see all these different types of conventions that are all conventions.
It completely changes your perspective on a lot of things.
And you talked about that
I
on
did.
an interview.
I did on an interview. So to reiterate that, I've always looked at video games not as a way of life per se, but more as just, okay, this is something fun to do. But now going to my first convention, DreamHack Anaheim 2020, I was there and seeing just everybody interacting, playing, just seems so natural. Everybody's happy. I don't think I saw anybody get thrown out or start a fight or just getting super pissy. Being there, it really changed my perspective on what video games are to a lot of people. To me, for the most part, it was a game. I've always liked gaming. I'm very naturally good at a lot of games. I'm not the best. I'm not the worst. But I pick up on them really quick. I mean, I won a shirt because I just jumped in and started playing. I got a high enough score that I won a shirt.
Mhm.
And it was fun. But seeing everybody there, it changed my perspective because I'm seeing everybody getting along. Parents supporting their kids as they're bring BYOC, bring your own computer, getting into the tournaments, and just how it went from when video games first started out in the 50s, 60s, 70s to now you can become livable off of an income from playing a video game.
Yeah, and Seismic Splash, you're in it.
Yeah, you're a streamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how do people find you?
Twitch.tv/seismic splash, I think it is, or underscore. There might be an underscore.
Is there an underscore?
There might be.
Oof.
Well, she does follow Juhadre, so you can
Yeah.
find
Oh,
her.
that's true. That is
You
true.
can find her. Yes.
So that's twitch.tv. You follow on Twitter. Is that at Seismic Splash as well?
That one's seismic_splash.
That one for sure has the underscore. Okay, so that's, what was that, Sparks?
Twitch does that.
Twitch has no
Okay,
underscore.
No underscore.
No underscore on Twitch. Man, you're just as bad as Bleen. You can't keep the name the
can't,
same.
man. I can't.
Well, Seismic Splash, thank you so much for joining us on
was
the
awesome.
podcast. Thank you. I'm glad. And so, to you watching at home, don't forget to follow us on social media at Juhadre on Twitter. Also follow all of the people who were on this episode: Juhadre, Seismic Splash, Alvatross 17, Bling with their names. It's still funny to me. At Sparks RRE, Real Proden, Rated R Proper, at rated_R_esports. Check our Slink link. Look for us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and on the Rated R Esports YouTube channel.
And soon, Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I'm building it today, and then I got distracted.
We'll see
But
you then.
that'll be it.